All right, so I just finished reading David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me. It's the first book he released. And there's this line in the book that hit me. He says, "You can't find peace without going to war with yourself." Mm, mm. Let's get into it, man. Let's unpack that. See, most people think peace is when everything is calm. You know what I mean? When there's no stress, no conflict, no struggle. They think peace is sitting on the beach somewhere sipping a Mai Tai or a pina colada. If you like pina coladas. That song about to be stuck in your head all day, my bad. Real peace is knowing that you've done the hard thing. You've faced yourself. You've conquered the weakest part of yourself. And the only way for you to get there is to go to war with the version of you that's holding you back. Now, this is what going to war with yourself actually looks like, okay? It's saying no to the things that you really want because you committed to what you really need. It's ending the toxic relationships, quitting the job that you hate, starting that business that you always wanted to start, but you're scared to start it. And it's like every time you choose comfort over growth, you lose in the war. Every time you give in to your feelings instead of what you know you need to do, you just out here surrendering, man. And it ain't no way you gonna have peace if you know that you surrendering to yourself every single day. And doing all that uncomfortable stuff, I'm gonna be real, it's gonna suck. Oh, it's gonna suck. You're gonna doubt yourself. You're gonna want to go back to the old version of you because it's more comfortable, but that discomfort is the war. That resistance is the war. It's almost like people be fighting everybody else but themselves. They out here mad at their boss, mad at their ex, mad at the economy, but they won't fight that laziness though. They won't fight that procrastination though. They won't fight that self-doubt. You out here arguing with strangers online, but you won't argue with that voice in your head that keep telling you to quit. Oh my God. The enemy is not external, it's internal, okay? And until you go to war with that, you ain't gonna never have peace. I'm sorry to say it, but you ain't gonna never have peace. Now, here's the thing that makes it worse. A lot of times we know what we need to do. Be honest with yourself. You know what you need to do. You know you need to work out. You know you need to stop eating like trash. Out here eating hot Cheetos and fruit roll-ups at 7 in the morning. Got the diet of a high schooler and you 37 years old. What is going on?
Brother,
Knowing and doing are two totally different things. Okay, and the gap between knowing and doing, that's where the war happens. Again, that's that resistance right there. That's where you either become the person you want to be or you stay the person you always been. David Goggins talks about this in the book. He calls it his accountability mirror. You got to look yourself in the eye and be honest about who you are versus who you say you want to be. And most people can't handle that level of honesty, man. People think choosing comfort brings peace, but it's actually the opposite, man. Choosing comfort actually brings you regret. If you think about it, you stay at the job you hate because it's comfortable. You stay in a relationship that's draining you because it's familiar. You don't chase your goals because the failure is uncomfortable. And then you wonder why you feel stuck. Why you feel anxious, why you can't sleep at night. That's because deep down inside, you know you settling. Man, I don't know who I'm talking to right now. You know you settling. You know you are capable of more than what you're doing. That's not peace. That's a slow death. So I say all that to say, man, you can't find peace by avoiding the fight. You find peace by winning the fight. But anyway, that's what was on my mind today, y'all. I don't know who needed to hear this, but it's time for you to go to war with yourself. It's time for you to go to war, and before you strap up them boots and start mentally preparing to go to war, I'm gonna need you to hit that subscribe or that follow button for your boy wherever you're listening to this. I appreciate you. And as always, if you like this episode, send it to a friend. If you hated this episode, send it to an enemy. But regardless, thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And thank you for hearing me out. Peace.